Hi, si Michael.
There we go. My name is not Michael Ken. My name is Nick Armbrister. Please don't call me Nicholas unless I've had a new tattoo. I'm from England. We've got the way to the Philippines. Got my sourcombe and hardcore Carol there. Thank you. On the theme of freedom, freedom means many things to many people in different countries, depending where you live. I'm from England, so we see things in different geographical area. I want to read a few pieces. These are from some of my books. They've got crazy names, because it's crazy culture. This first book is basically called Wow, Tattoo My Books, More Poems and More Verse by Nick. Well, Matt Verse. So yeah, I've got my backside tattooed. It's funny. Some of the themes pretty serious. See what you think. This poem is called Library Girl. She worked in the local library part-time and liked to read Harry Potter books. She liked a lad who popped in fortnightly. He was quiet, just like her. Her eyes sought him out whenever he was there. A shyness inhibited her asking him out. In time, he stopped going to the library. The library girl missed the library lad. Many months passed. She became very withdrawn. For someone so quiet, that was bad. Then one day he returned. On seeing him, her joy was only fleeting. He was no longer the tall, fit, happy young man she remembered and held in her heart. His legs were missing and an arm withered. When he saw her distress, he drove his electric chair over. For the first time, they really spoke. Please don't cry. I know I changed. I joined the army. A Taliban bomb got me and killed 2 of my mates. I'm Jack. The library girl openly wept. She knelt down and kissed Jack and held his good hand. I'm Hannah. I love you too, Jack. I feared I'd never see you again. Jack wiped away his tears and smiled. I won't leave your side now, not ever, Hannah. I missed you. As the army medics tried to stop me dying, I thought of you. I promised to come back for you. Here I am. The background to that piece is young teenagers in England and Britain joining the British Army to make something of their lives and serve their country. They often get a combat posting to Iraq, Afghanistan or wherever. Those who are wounded are wounded very badly, many die. This next poem is also from Wow, Tattoo My Book, Part 2. Also subtitled, Where Do You Think We All Will Be Tomorrow? Again, it has a cover. Use your imagination. This poem is called Above Our City. It takes part in a global war, World War II, which was 1939 to 1945. I'm not going to lecture you on history. You can go to Google, ask your friends or school tutors about this, but I'll read my piece. Messerschmitt 410 night fighter, 4 mates behind his prey, a Lancaster bomber, hunter and hunted in formation. Below the city glows and pulses like a live thing. Orange lighting up the ground, clear as day. Bright yellow when incendiaries ignite or buildings collapse. White flashes when high explosive detonate. Our German king are being murdered down there. Above us is darkness, black night hiding clouds, trapping the souls of the dead so they witness the spectacle below. Pinpricks of light, hundreds of exploding flak shells from our guns. Hell is here. I feel my pilot throttle back. I know he is aiming at the terror bomber. Our little surprise will make the Tommy and send it straight to hell. Bam, 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 bam. Roar our 2 and 3 centimetre cannon. Dozens of cannon shells spear forth into the night, crossing the 200 metres between our 410 and the line. Contact! Small explosions sparkle and dance between his port engines. Live flame circles and roars. Metal falls away like confetti upon my dead wife. I see none of this attack. I sit facing rearwards, aiming the rear guns, manning the radios and radar system. I loosen my straps and lean forward. Over Rudy's shoulder, I can see hell unfold. Our Lancaster flies, wings level, on fire over the city. One engine is dead. He slows, as does Rudy. I can even see his bomb bay doors open. I watch speechless in awe. Rudy fires again. Hello, my name's Hans. I'm the rear gunner and radar man. I explain to the Tommy. He smiles. I'm Dennis. I'm also the rear gunner. Your cannons blew me in 2. It's okay. Rudy is in deep conversation with the lank pilot. Your plane is really magnificent. We've nothing like that. Easy to shoot down though with our cannon. Alfie replies, yes to both, old chap. You hit our landlord. Now this piece is based on an English bomber and a German fighter plane in the Great Battle of World War II. And it's based upon a photograph I saw as a child. And it's one of the many battles. The Germans were Nazis, taking over Europe. The only way to fight back for the English was to bomb the Germans from the air. This meant bombing men, women and children in the beds at night. War is not a good thing, so until there's another way, well, we'll leave that to the politicians to sort out. My third poem is from another book. It's called Juniper's Daughter, War is Obsolete, Futility and Hope.
Yes!
And again, it's by me, Nick Armbrister.
Yes!
The last name is also German. My family history is quite complicated. My father, my dad, was in the English army in World War II. Yet our family history comes from the German and Dutch border area. So I've got relatives in Germany, so it's quite an interesting thing. This last piece it's a narrative by a friend I've got called Tracy. She wrote me well, I'll read it to you. She says, Nick, when I was growing up, I grew up with Carswell Air Force Base in my backyard. It was a strategic air command base in its day. Sadly, it was one of the bases Clinton decommissioned, and now the Carswell Joint Reserve Base. It was an active SAC base during the Cold War. Dozens of B-52s literally blanketed the tarmac, nukes strapped to their bellies, waiting at a moment's notice to be deployed to Russia. I met my best friend our senior year at high school when her father retired from the Air Force, and they moved here to Fort Worth from Omaha, Nebraska. They had privileges, of course. And there was one time Susan and I were on the base, and they went into lockdown, and we weren't allowed to leave. We had no way of knowing if it was a drill or the real thing. We were a little unnerved, as no one would really tell us anything. It turned out to be a drill, but still. Years later, the base is not what it once was. Base housing is all gone, replaced by a fancy apartment complex and retail. The officers' housing is now a golf course. The tarmac, where the B-52s once sat, pregnant with a nuclear payload, is now home to a Walmart, one I shop at frequently. I remember the movie on TV the day after about nukes being launched due to the Cold War, and it scared the shit out of me. I also remember going to see the theatrical film Red Dawn. That was an experience, as when a group of kids meets Powers Move, a downed jet pilot, and ask him what he did, he responds, "I'm an eagle driver." Man, the whole theatre went nuts, as it was packed with people who weren't aligned at what was then General Dynamics, who manufactured the F-16. So we share a similar spectre over our lives, one that I am not entirely sure is gone. No, thank you. That was a Cold War piece. I'll leave you there. I'd like to say thank you to my wife for putting up with my bad writing ways.
Yes!
A big thank you to Selena and the girls in the band and everyone at Selda does. And thank you for the musicians here. Rock and roll, keep it free.